Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're retaking a deep dive into the origin story of one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Queen. And we're getting it straight from the source, the band's legendary drummer, Roger Taylor. So, if you love behind-the-scenes stories, you are in for a serious treat. In a recent interview with Classic Rock magazine, Roger Taylor opened up about the very first time Queen crossed paths with Freddie Mercury. It's almost impossible to imagine now, but when Freddie first entered their lives, the band wasn't even sure if he could sing. Roger remembers it vividly. I was in my apartment in Shepherd's Bush. Freddie was friends with Tim Staffel, the lead singer of our first band, Smile. He was on the outskirts of his social circle, more of a fellow, really. Freddie had musical aspirations, but we were pretty good musicians, and we weren't too sure if he could sing. But what Freddie might have lacked in technical polish at the very beginning, he more than made up for with sheer passion and an unstoppable determination. Taylor emphasizes that their bond wasn't just about music. It was forged in shared struggle. They were all just kids trying to make it, helping each other out, sometimes just to get something to eat. That shared drive, that hunger, became the very foundation of Queen's legendary chemistry. Back then, fame and luxury were completely out of reach. Roger laughed when he recalled their early lifestyle. Oh no, we couldn't afford to go to fancy places. We always went to a pub, met girls, and tried to get them to buy us a drink. It's a humble beginning for a band that would one day conquer the world. Queen's very first official show happened on June 27, 1970, in Truro, Cornwall. It was a charity event for the Red Cross, organized by none other than Roger's own mother. He remembers the audience being a bit baffled by Freddie. He was still finding his voice as a performer. And his flamboyant personality made people curious, but also a little skeptical. Little did they know, they were witnessing the birth of a rock god. Now, here's a question every single Queen fan has pondered. If Freddie were still alive today, would the band still be together? Roger reflected on this, saying, "It's hard to say definitively, but I guess we'd still stick together somehow. I don't think Freddie would have wanted to continue doing it the same way. We probably wouldn't play live shows like before, but I think we'd still make music because that's what we did." Freddie was obsessed with music. It's a powerful thought. The music was the core, the unbreakable bond that held them together. And now for a fun, slightly mischievous story from Roger's more recent years. You might remember the giant statue of Freddie Mercury that stood outside the Dominion Theatre in London during the run of the We Will Rock You musical. After the show closed, it vanished. Where did it go? Roger admits, with a bit of a grin. Yes, I did. I stole it. It was in a warehouse costing money, so I thought, why not put it in a truck and bring it to my yard? Brian got angry, but he hadn't thought of it before. Classic Roger, right? A rock and roll legend with a sense of humor. Of course, the story of Queen isn't over. The band continues to make headlines with their incredible collaboration with Adam Lambert. So, will we ever get new, original Queen music with Adam on vocals? Roger Taylor hasn't ruled it out. In fact, he dropped a massive hint. We recorded a song that we didn't finish. It's really good. I don't remember what it's called. We were still discussing the title. It would be nice to do something. Adam always says, let me know if you want me to sing something. If you to decide, I'll be there. How amazing would that be? A new Queen song in the 21st century. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. So, what do we take away from Roger Taylor's candid reflections? The early days of Queen were a chaotic, beautiful mix of uncertainty, bold experimentation, and shared struggle. Freddie Mercury wasn't a perfect, polished star from day one. He was a raw talent with extraordinary ambition. And Roger, along with Brian May and John Deacon, saw that spark in him when almost no one else did. From scrounging for drinks in Sheperd's bush pubs to commanding stadiums filled with hundreds of thousands of fans, Queen's journey began with friendship, determination, and a relentless passion for music at the heart of everything they did. And even after all these years, Roger Taylor's stories remind us that the spirit of Queen, the camaraderie, the innovation, and the pure joy of making music is still very much alive. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to Queen's beginnings. For all you fans who love these deep dives, remember this: the magic of Queen wasn't just in Freddie, Brian, John, or Roger as individuals. It was in how they came together, each bringing something unique and irreplaceable to the table to create one of the greatest bands in the history of rock. So to all of you who stayed with us until the end, thank you. You've just had a rare and intimate glimpse into the true heart of Queen. Keep celebrating their music, keep sharing the love, and remember that the spirit of Freddie, Brian, John, and Roger lives on in every beat, every note, and every lyric. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories behind the music.